When Hong Kong martial arts cinema star Bruce Lee died on the 20th of July 1973 at the age of 32, he was already the stuff of legend. The height of Bruce's fame was following the release of Enter the Dragon, which became a box office success worldwide, and shortly afterwards the demand for more Bruce Lee was feverish. Unfortunately, by that point, Bruce Lee was already dead.
Besides the 3 pictures that he'd already completed in Hong Kong and the 40 minutes unfinished Game of Death footage that was languishing in the vaults of Golden Harvest, there was nothing left to give. Game of Death would eventually be pulled out of the archives at Golden Harvest and would be completed by the director of Enter the Dragon, Robert Clouse. But the film didn't hit cinemas until 1978, 5 years after his death. And for more on that, please see the previous episode.
In the meantime, there were plenty of other films that were released to cash in on the sudden demand and international fame of Bruce Lee. A number of film studios across mainland China, Hong Kong and Taiwan hired a number of Bruce Lee lookalike actors to star in imitation Bruce Lee martial arts films throughout the 1970s and 80s. These lookalike actors, who in some cases just had a very similar haircut at best, were rechristened with Bruce Lee-like stage names such as Bruce Lee,
Spelled L-I.
Bruce Lee,
Spelled L-E.
Bruce Tai, Bruce Lai,
L-A-I?
yes, Bruce Liang, Dragon Lee, amongst many others.
And some of these actors would go on to appear in unimaginable rehashes of Bruce Lee classics with titles such as Re-Enter the Dragon, Enter 3 Dragons,
Is it?
Return of Bruce, Return of Fist of Fury 2, The True Game of Death, Goodbye to Bruce Lee, His Last Game of Death, and Enter the Game of Death. Along with many more besides. These Bruce Lee exploitation films would later become known as Bruceploitation, which is what we're going to be talking about here and now.
Some of these movies played it straight, either using the Bruce Lee name and image as a base to deliver some seriously good martial arts movies. For example, Bruce Lee Fights Back from the Grave. It starts off with apparently Bruce Lee bursting out of his grave. The rest of the film then has absolutely nothing to do with Bruce Lee whatsoever. But it is quite a decent film.
So hang on, wait a second. Bruce Lee bursts out of his grave.
Yes.
And then we go and follow up a different story entirely.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with Bruce Lee at all. And the video box as well has Bruce Lee punching his way out of a grave whilst a scantily clad maiden looks on.
Because, you know, why not?
Other films would go on to talk about Lee's life story and explore his philosophies, for example, Bruce Lee's Secret, Bruce Lee the Man, the Myth, etc. But other movies, they went in a completely different direction. Other movies would be just completely batshit insane and would put Bruce into a fantasy setting where he'd have fights with everyone from James Bond and Dracula to angry bulls and ferocious lions. Yes, really.
With that in mind, in order to explore this particular sub-genre a little bit more, we are going to take a look at some of the best and the worst examples of Bruceploitation. All new, all true, screams the poster for Bruce Lee, the Man, the Myth, which came out in 1976. A sincere but rather preposterous Bruce Lee biopic / fanfic. Bruce Lee, L.I., plays the dragon, going through a whistle-stop tour of his life, where he can barely go 2 minutes without getting into a scrap with someone, even on the sets of his own films, where crew members attack him frequently. Talk about unsafe work environments, everybody. But it's okay, because Bruce always wins and offers wicked one-liners to his defeated foes, like, "This isn't me talking, it's Kung Fu."
This is one of the earliest Bruceploitation films out there, and in fact it was the first one that I watched back in the day. Bruce takes on everyone from Italian Mafia karate experts to Thai boxers. True to the spirit of Jeet Kune Do, after Bruce receives a challenge from the Thai boxers on the set of The Big Boss, he actually goes to see some real Thai boxing so that he can observe the fighting style and incorporates this into his fight with the Thai boxers in the next fight scene. That didn't actually happen though. There's a couple of films out there that depict Bruce Lee got into a fight with some of his co-workers on the set of The Big Boss. Now, that didn't actually happen. There was like a minor scuffle, and Bruce Lee did spend a bit of time talking with some Thai boxers over their various different styles, but the whole story that he actually had a fight with someone is complete and utter myth.
Well, it's kind of like that because that was in Dragon.
It was in Dragon, the Bruce Lee story,
where the fight with the actor, so the final fight actually was filmed, and then various other bits and pieces went on.
He has a fight with a character called Johnny Sun, and he defeats him, and afterwards Johnny Sun like kicks him in the back and breaks his back. Turns out that's not actually how Bruce injured his back. He actually injured his back when he was doing a workout and he hadn't warmed up properly, so it severely damaged a nerve in his back. And he was bedridden for nearly a year.
Yeah.
But Dragon the Bruce Lee story basically says, oh no, he was bedridden for a year because this fella kicked him in the back. And then when he beat him in a rematch to show off how good his Jeet Kune Do was, because he'd like spent a year developing this, when he's later on the set of The Big Boss, Johnny Sun's brother turns up on the set and says, oh, I'm here to avenge my brother. and Bruce Lee, the Man of the Myth, does a very similar thing where, you're not that good kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's all complete and utter myth.
At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, you know, in the eternal struggle between truth and legend, print the legend.
Yeah, it does get a bit blurred. There are some shoddy moments as well during Bruce Lee, the Man, the Myth. We keep getting long, lingering shots of Bruce Lee's gravestone, which I imagine was supposed to be meaningful, but after a while, after like the umpteenth long, lingering shot of the gravestone, it just starts to get uncomfortable after a while. There's also a completely bonkers revelation right at the end that suggests that Bruce Lee actually faked his death and is living as a hermit somewhere, and that he will return in about 10 years.
So he should have returned in 1983 then?
Yes.
Bit late. So yeah. Yeah, that theory's been blown out of the water. 1883. Please, oh dear. Still, what we do get in this film is cracking fight scenes. This is one of the better entry points for anyone new to Bruceploitation. So, pretty good start.
Yes.
However, it quickly goes downhill from now on.
Oh, God, yes.